Hi everyone, this is Aarti here from One Little Dreamer. I am here today to invite you guys to the One Little Dreamer OktoberFest YouTube Hop. October is a very special month for me for various reasons, and what better way to celebrate than with a big giveaway, right? Uh, my design team and I will be hosting a month-long YouTube hop. I'll be kickstarting the hop today with this video, followed by hop videos which will be uploaded by my various design team members, and the hop will end on October 30th, which is the end of the month. Now for those of you who don't know how a YouTube hop works, the concept revolves around the fact that you will be hopping from one channel to the next during the month. There are going to be 7 hop videos that will be uploaded over the next few weeks. I will be kickstarting the OktoberFest Hop by showing you a project during this video, and then each of the 6 design team members will be uploading one hop video as well. These videos, we'll be spreading the videos over the course of the next few weeks. So this video will be the first pit stop in the hop, so to speak. Towards the end of the video, I will give you guys the name of the design team member whose channel you need to visit next, and the date on which you need to go to their channel. You will then need to stop to hop over to their channel and watch their video, where they will show you guys a project, and then they will give you guys the name of the design team member whose channel you need to visit next, and the date on which the next hop video will be uploaded, and then so on and so forth. The hop will close on October 30th, which is when I will draw the winners from all those who participated in the hop. In case you guys have any questions, further questions about how the hop works, feel free to message me or leave a comment, and I will explain as best as I can. In case you guys don't know who my design team members are, I have 6 design team members. The first is Rosana, who is Zoe 2000 RLH on YouTube, and then I have Amador from Amador Eros. These are their YouTube channels. And there is Tammy, who is SS Crafter 1, Kamika, who is A Touch of Creativity. There is Marissa, who is Creative Young Mama on YouTube, and P from Whimsical Endeavors, who is a new addition to the team. Welcome to the team, P. Now let's talk about the good stuff, the prizes. The Oktoberfest is not gonna be a small hop by any stretch of the imagination. We're gonna have more than $275 worth of prizes. Yes, $275. I will be sponsoring gift certificates worth $100 to my store, but I also have 7 other stores that will be sponsoring either gifts or gift cards to each of their stores. And I have to tell you guys this, between the 7 of them, they carry everything from paper to glue to flowers to trims, dyes, stamps, you name it, and they have it, including vintage ephemera or, everything. They carry a whole, rainbow of items, or a whole bunch of items, and you guys are going to be so spoiled. Whoever wins is going to have such a blast. The prizes are being sponsored by Anna from Lace Boutique, Daisy from Tsunami Rose Designs, Edith from Scrapbooking with Me, Lily from Shabulicious, there's Natasha from Natasha's Scrapbook Corner, Adele from Glimpse of Memories, and Dee from Enchanted Embellishments, which used to be called DK Crafts, but she recently changed her name to Enchanted Embellishments. I'm sure a lot of you know her as DK Crafts. Some of you may already be familiar with some of these stores, but if you're not, then you guys must go and check them out to see the amazing variety of products that each of them have. I will provide links to all their stores so that you guys can go and get into all kinds of trouble. Don't blame me for the trouble that you get into. There are going to be 3 prizes in total. The hop prize, which is going to be worth $35. There's going to be a project prize, which is going to be worth $75, and there's going to be a grand prize, which is going to be worth a whooping $165. That's right, that's $165. So do you want to win? I know you want to win. Now you're probably wondering, how do I get in on these amazing prizes? The good news is that you can enter multiple times into the 3 prize categories. I'm going to tell you how you can enter now into the 3 prize categories. For the hop prize, all you have to do is follow the hop videos and comment on them. You will have to make sure you are subscribed to the 7 YouTube channels that are hosting the hop, and you will of course have to watch the hop video and leave a comment on each of the 7 videos. That's easy enough, right? To enter the drawings for the grand prize and the project prize, you will have to create a project using any 1 or 2 items from my store. They can be anything you bought, whether you bought it yesterday or something you purchased a year ago. It can be trims or stamps or even paper clips. It doesn't matter. It just has to be something that you got from the One Little Dreamer store. The project itself can be anything from a set of handmade cards or a layout to mixed media canvases or altered items or even a double page project life spread. I will of course stipulate that you cannot post a single project life card as an entry, because, or a simple tag. You can post a big tag or a set of tags, but a small simple project life 3x4 card or a 4x6 journaling card will not count as an entry, because that would be unfair to the other participants who are going to be putting in a lot of time and effort into their projects. Also, if it has to be an unpublished project, meaning that you cannot use a project that you have already posted on the internet on a previous occasion. So it has to be an unpublished project. For entries into the project prize, you will have to post a photo of your project in my group, Flash Deals. I'll put a link to the group in the description box. I've created a photo album over there and titled it OktoberFest Project Entries. It's under the Photos tab, and that is where you will have to upload a photograph of your project and a short description about your project, what products you used and if you used any special techniques or anything like that. You will, of course, also have to follow the hop, leave comments on the 7 hop videos, and subscribe to all our channels. This will give you an entry into the project prize, which is worth $75, and into the hop prize. It'll automatically give you an entry into the hop prize, which is worth $35. So you get 2 entries. Now, for the grand prize, you can enter by either uploading a YouTube video showing your projects or by posting your project on your blog. You will need to title the video of your project or your blog post as One Little Dreamer OktoberFest Challenge. If you have both a YouTube channel and as well as a blog, I know many of you have both a YouTube channel and a blog, you can get 2 entries if you post in both places. Because YouTube has done away with YouTube video responses, and there is no way that I can possibly keep track of all the blog entries all over the internet, and also so that we can keep all the entries together and you guys can see each other's projects, etc. You will have to post a photo of your project in my group in the OktoberFest Project Entries album, the same as for the project prize. And in the photo description, instead of a description about your project, you'll need to put a link to your video or your blog, to your blog post. Or if you've uploaded it in both places, you need to put the links for both your blog post as well as your video. By doing this, you get an entry in the grand prize, which is going to be worth $165, and into the project prize as well as the hop prize. So you get 3 or 4 chances to win a prize. Oh, and there is no limit on the number of project entries for each person. So if you want to get multiple entries, you can make multiple projects. You'll have to do a separate video or a blog post for each project, and you can and you'll need to upload a photograph of the project for each separate entry. But you can make as many projects as you like. I know this is a lot of this is a lot of information to process. So what I have done is that I have written all this information down in a post on my blog, and I will put the link to the blog post in the description box of this video. So you guys can, go and read it over there. You don't have to, write it all down. It's already written down, and you guys can have all the info handy in case you want to refer back to it. The details of the prizes, as well as the links to all the 7 design team channels and the stores that are sponsoring the prizes, they are all listed in the blog post. So now I'm going to officially kick off the OktoberFest by showing you guys my project. So here is what I made. This is an altered jar, and I'll show you guys what the jar looked like before I altered it so that you guys have an idea. This is what the jar looked like before I altered it. It's just a plain old jar. I got it from the dollar store, and I think it's also available in Joann's in the candles section. And I keep these on my shelf in front of my desk, and I dump flowers and general leftovers and things, all the little junk that otherwise clutters my table. And so here is what I did to the project. What I did was, I didn't want to glue this on because it's glass, and on the inside it's just empty. It's just plain glass, and I've put things inside, and I didn't want to have that ugly glue showing up all over the inside. So what I did was, I know it looks heavily dressed up, but it's actually not. I used this big lace that I have, and it was already ruffled along the neck. So what I did was, I placed it like that over the jar, and I used this ruffle trim. I went over, I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, so I went over the neck. I held this trim over the lace, and then I knotted it along the center. So that way I didn't have to glue the lace down. And once I had knotted this, the ruffle trim over here, I knotted it behind this flower, and then I put some hot glue over there so that the knot wouldn't come undone and the lace wouldn't fall off. And then what I did was, before I glued the lace on, I held it up and saw the size and all that, and the lace was about that much shorter than the bottom of the glass, and the bottom of the glass was showing, and I didn't want it to. So what I did was, I extended the length of this lace by adding this applique. This applique trim is available by the yard in my store, so this is what I use. This is something from my store, and this was actually a really bright white trim. So I didn't, because the lace was cream and the ruffle trim was cream and the pearls on this thing was cream, so I didn't want it was looking too bright. So what I did was, I used some cream acrylic paint. This is one of my favorite paints. It's called Antique Parchment by Apple Barrel. So I used this, and I diluted it a lot, and I by adding water, of course, in a spray bottle, and then I just sprayed it all over the trim, and then I dried it, and whatever spots didn't get covered, I just did it with my finger. And I should have used a brush, but then I just used my finger and daubed all over it. I used my finger so that the pearls would not get covered. These pearls would not get covered with the paint, because I didn't want to dull the finish of the pearls. So I did that, and it dulled up the trim a little bit to match the rest of the project. And then I had a lot of leftover pieces of this trim, so I cut them all into one standard size, and then I love things that, you know, dangle, and things that move, and I like this would move. So I, you know, went and glued this down along the neck, and I did that right under the ruffle trim, so that the bottom of the ruffle covers the place where it joins, so it looks like, you know, it's going down, up and down like that. And then of course these were little satin roses that I had in my stash. Somebody had dragged these to me, and so I went ahead and placed them in the center of the little hanging things, the pretty little hanging things. This has got to be one of my all-time favorite trims. I love how pretty it is, and it shines, and it has pearls, and it's just the perfect girly trim. Now this is where the knot behind this flower, I made this handmade flower, and I had to cover up, you know, I'll show you guys. This is where the trims or the laces met, and for the life of me I could not figure out how to, you know, make them match up, and it was just one untidy, unholy mess. So I decided that I needed to cover it up to make it look pretty. So what I did was I made this handmade flower, and this was a very easy flower to make. All I did was I used I lined the back of my shabby flower with some lace, and then I used a doily. This is a beige doily. I think the light is a little too bright, so I used this doily, and what I did was I placed the pearl drop trim. I glued it in a circle along the edge of the doily, just inside the edge, and I made a full circle so that the pearls would, you know, peek out in a flower shape. And then I went ahead and placed this flower, which I had glued the lace behind, and then of course I put a buckle and a flat back pearl. And this was just the knot, and I let a little bit hang down, and I used some of this, I don't know what it's called, but you know what it is. So, and I used some 4mm flat back pearls from my store, and that was it. It was a very quick, it was a quick project. It was simple, and I use it for keeping my flowers and other miscellaneous junk on, so that, you know, my shelf looks a little pretty. I hope you guys like my project, and the next stop on the hop is going to be Rosana's channel. You will find the link to her channel in the description box. She will be uploading her video on the 5th of the month. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment, and make sure you check out our very, very generous sponsors. I hope all of you who are watching this video decide to hop along with our One Little Dreamer team, and you know, get your entries into the prizes, and I'm sure you guys will not be disappointed. I hope you have a nice day. Bye.